Did you guys know that koi fish are nasty to eat? Like, never try to eat a koi fish. They're only decorative. They taste like mud is what I've heard. I've never actually tried it, but I've heard about it. What does mud taste like? I don't know. Why don't you go outside, wet some dirt, and take a lick? Imagine going outside. That's where you're not confident on going outside? You used to eat mud? No? You ask me question on how mud tastes like. You expect me to answer like, oh yeah, no, mud tastes like this. Do you really think that I would say that? Even if I knew how mud actually tasted like, do you think I would admit that I've tried mud in my... Oh! Worth a shot. No, I have not tried mud. My mom would scold me. That reminds me of middle school. I think I've talked about this before, but there was a bush in front of my school that had these flowers growing that you can like pick and actually kind of you know, suck the nip or something. I forgot what you call it. You know, the stem after you pick it up, and it's really sweet. And I was like, oh, this is so good. And my best friend back then was like, what the hell are you doing, IRyS? I'm like, it's sweet. You should try it with me. And she was like, no thanks, because she thought it was gross. I was like, it's really sweet. You should try it. And I was bored. And my mom saw me when she came to pick me up from school. She was like, what the F are you doing? I was like, it's sweet. Someone told me about it. She's like, how about your friend? Does your friend do that too? I'm like, no, she doesn't. It's like, see, that's a you problem. My best friend back then she was so, like, everyone liked her. Like, she was just like the popular kid. She was voted to be like vice president in the student council. Hell, if I tried to go for election in middle school, oh, it'd be a disaster. She was like one of those kids where, like, you know, she had like a ton of friends in every single class. So like sometimes, like, when I would have like, I don't know, English class with her or some other like a certain subject with her, and we have to like become, you know, and the teacher asks you to, like, you know, group up in teams, I'd look at her and be like, hey, we're gonna group up, right? But she'd be like, oh, sorry, someone else already asked me and I couldn't say no. And I'd be alone waiting for God knows how long. And then and then in the end, I would have to raise my hand and tell teacher, like, teacher, I don't have a partner. Sad stories. It's funny because that friend I was talking about that's really popular, she was like my friend since like 2nd grade. So we went to the same middle school together. And I realized, man, she's just popular. It's like, why do you say yes to somebody else? You were supposed to team up with me. You're like my only hope, dude. You're my only social connection. It's not just being jealous. It's more like, I'm alone. You have a ton of friends. Why won't you look at me? Notice me. Don't leave me alone. Best friend from 2nd grade. We've been together for so long. For so long. The moment you have other friends, you abandon me was kind of the mood. Yeah. Makes me wonder, with my current you know, my current way of dealing with people, I wonder if I would have been able to make more friends in school. I wasn't super bochi though. I did have a group of friends. It's just that a lot of times it wasn't a big enough group to ensure that there was definitely a friend I had in every single subject, because you would need a lot of friends to ensure that you had a friend in every single subject, unless you were lucky.